Hey there, my sexy banditos. Today, we're going to talk about Battlefield 5. Hashtag Notmybattlefield, specifically. So, I've been really thinking about this the last couple days. By the way, I'm really excited to hopefully get my full setup working again soon. So, pray that SanDisk ships me a replacement hard drive soon. But, I've been really thinking about this recently, about the whole Notmybattlefield. There was a part of me that was really excited when I started watching the trailer, and we're gonna kind of talk, we're gonna glance over some things. I want to point out some imperfections in the narrative that is being strewn here. So there are a lot of people that are very upset, and there's some people who will tell you it's not a lot of people, it is the minority. But if you go onto that video right now, it's got like 100,000 more dislikes than likes on Battlefield 5's trailer. That's a lot. Like, holy shit, a lot. So I've never been a die-hard Battlefield fan. Like, Battlefield will never be my #1 shooter game. It will not be the go-to shooter that I pick up every year. I like Battlefield 1. I'm not very good at Battlefield. Sometimes I just run around with a pistol. Some matches I do fantastic while sniping. It's just not most of them. It's just not my style of game. I do like tactical games, but the maps are a little too big, and I can't really take into account some of the snipers that like to sit miles out that you will never see. Even if you have a scope, you'll never see. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about my like or dislike of the Battlefield franchise as a whole. We are here to talk about the historical accuracy of the Battlefield franchise. So historical accuracy is one of the things that Battlefield tends to do very well. But Battlefield 1 did take a lot of historical liberties with Battlefield 1. If you're not aware of that, they did change a lot of things about World War I to make it more palatable as a game. World War I would have been pretty terribly shitty, and you shooting at people from trenches and people just poking their heads out and lots of explosions, and your friend would have lost an arm and he would have been dead just because he lost that arm, alright? That's how medicine was in World War I. You lose that arm, and next thing you know, you've got massive diarrhea and you're dead. That's the technical name for that. So, people are very pissed that there are women in World War II. So I'll say a couple things here. I think it's easier to take a historical liberty and add some fully automatic weapons to a game that didn't, or a period that didn't have those fully automatic weapons, than it is to add in something that was blatantly not there. Now, in World War I, there were some automatic weapons, so that's probably what made that little alteration a little more palatable to most. Now, I don't think that most people out there would tell you that they're just pissed because a woman is in it. It's because it's a woman with a robotic arm. It's not really even like a robotic arm. It's like one of those back scratchers, like stuck in as an arm. And then the woman becomes the main focus. So historically, women were not on the battlefield in World War II, not to that capacity. There were female soldiers. They would not have been on the front lines, and they would not have typically been carrying a gun into a battle. But the bigger issue is how long into that trailer did it take you to realize that you were watching a World War II game? It was the plane for me. The plane was where I caught it. I thought I was watching, like, it kind of reminded me of Wolfenstein, like alternate World War II style reality with some modern things thrown into it. I showed it to my wife because I wanted to confirm it wasn't just me being biased against it. And even she thought it was World War II mixed with a lot of modernizations. Like things to make it more to this time. So, I don't think it's just about the girl. For those of you who are sitting here going, Oh, how could everyone be so sexist? It's not just the girl. The girl does play a part in this, but the girl is just the forced down people's throats social justice that they didn't want. Unfortunately, sometimes historical accuracy does mean a lot to some people in a game, and sometimes developers do get bashed for being historically accurate, such as Kingdom Come Deliverance, who tried very hard and got royally bashed about it. There was quite a bit of backlash about a lot of their choices in that game. No offense to them, I hear it was a very good game and very historically accurate, but then you had the people who are like, well, they gave you health potions, so how historically accurate it's a game. So, sorry, to some degree, yes, you have to change some things, or it's no longer a game, it becomes what's called a simulator. Thankfully, they haven't given a way to make you feel pain in a simulator yet, because I wouldn't play Battlefield then, I would be losing every limb. It would suck terribly. But, I think that people who are trying to sit here and say everyone's pissed because they added a woman isn't actually looking at the bigger picture. They're pissed because there is no historical accuracy. It's almost like they took it and tried to go alt history, but then they're like, no, it's just we added a woman with a crazy arm that wouldn't be time period accurate. Now, keep in mind when I say that Battlefield tends to be more time period accurate, that is something they do focus on usually. That is normally something people expect out of Battlefield. Now, granted, as I said, with World War I, they did have to take some liberties, but Battlefield has even licensed gun manufacturers' designs to make sure the actual firearms are in those games. Yes, EA has paid gun manufacturers just to make sure they could put the exact weapon in. They had a lot of fiasco with that too. I'm sure that doesn't shock anyone. EA could literally set out and feed the homeless and someone would probably be pissed. Granted, I don't like everything EA does, and EA does a lot of shitty things. On the upside, with Notmybattlefield, you will not have a season pass. There will be no Battlefield Premium this time, probably because they banked on no one buying it. This is for a tax write-off. Killing a major franchise. You should actually be worried that after this flops, they might kill Battlefield as a whole. Okay, they probably wouldn't kill Battlefield, but if you look at like Medal of Honor flopped, and they're like, we're done with you. Mass Effect flopped. Do you think you're getting another Mass Effect anytime soon? Mirror's Edge, the new one, flopped, and shit, it took them long enough to make a sequel, let alone how long it'll take them to touch on it again now. Star Wars Battlefront 2, well, they probably just got an assload of money from Disney anyways for that. I'm sure literally Mickey Mouse just came into there and spooged his mouse money all over the conference room, and they were just like, oh, we don't need microtransactions now, it's okay. We'll take them back. I'm sure Disney really liked the concept of those microtransactions and the dollars they were going to earn from it. But, again, don't think of this as it's just people being pissed about there being a woman. Yes, the woman does play a role in why people are pissed, but that is not the only reason. People are pissed because Battlefield, a game that usually tries to take historically accurate time period pieces into account, literally just said, we don't give a shit. Even after the likes to dislikes, they're like, yeah, we're not changing it. You remember how they said that about microtransactions too, don't you? DICE may say they're not changing it. EA may come in and be like, what do you mean we're not going to make enough money? Everyone's fired. Good old EA. Well, guys, let me know what you think about the Battlefield fiasco down below. I'm not really all that pissed because I suck at Battlefield either way. So it's never a game I typically pick up day of release because I don't like getting my shit kicked in. Even if I buy the shortcut kits, it's not like I'm going to do any better. So, guys, thanks for watching, though. If you would like to follow me anywhere else, such as Twitter, or Discord, or check out some of the new BPGR merchandise. Some of it's pretty quality, pretty dope. Some of it's even kind of offensive. A little bit. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. Those thumbs up tell people on the interwebs that this video is worth watching. Also, if you're new to this channel, you can click that subscribe button. You can even ding that little bell. Show your girlfriend that you dinged it too. Be like, look, I'm so manly I was able to test my strength here on BPGR. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon with plenty more content coming for you.